So it's been a few weeks now. We haven't had a tail away from you. So what's going on? Everything going swimmingly? Is it for you now?
Nah, of course not. Come on now. No, well, this has been an ongoing one. This door. So we've actually refitted it this morning. It was fitted extremely badly. It was terrible. Well, it was 50mm too small for the hole, so we've put this bit of 4x2 in the side just to fill up the gap, so we can refit it with no gaps around it. I mean, there was a 25mm gap either side, just filled up with foam.
Right. So you built a structure.
Yes.
But you didn't supply the door. Somebody else supplied the door.
No.
So what did they do? Measure up or what?
Yeah. So the company that fitted the main front door to the house and the side door, they came round and measured
years
up.
ago, you mean?
Years ago they fitted that.
Okay,
Yeah, probably
fine.
I don't know, 6-7 years ago.
Right.
They came and fitted that. The client wanted a particular colour, a Farrow & Ball colour, which they then have to go with what's called a RAL number to get that colour to match as closely as possible. So they sorted all that out years ago, did those two doors, and they're very happy with them. So they've gone back to them and said, right, we want another door with the same colour in this style that we want. Can you come and measure it up and do that? Yep, fine. So they came round and they said, we don't sort out the RAL numbers, that's down to you. I said, well, we don't even know what a RAL number is. I'd never heard of one. So they're like, well, they said, you did it last time. They said, no, we didn't. Well, fine. So anyway, they said, all right, we'll see what we can do. So they found what they thought was their RAL number. Said that we think it's this one, can you check it? And they went, well, if you're saying that's what it is, that's what it is. He came out, he measured the hole, we'd already built this. He measured the hole and went away and ordered it up. And what turned up was this, which didn't fit the hole and is the wrong colour. It's nothing like the colour of the other door. So straight away they went to the company and said, look, we're not really happy with the door. And the company were instantly on the attack. They weren't even defensive, they were just on the attack. They said, you told us the colour, you told us that the builders were going to adjust the hole, we've done nothing wrong, that's it. So I was like, alright, sorry. Can you at least come and look at it? And they said, no, well, yeah, we'll come and look at it, but it's £75 plus VAT to come out and have a look at it. So, well, I'm not paying you to come and look at a door that I'm not happy with that you supplied. And eventually, the owner of the company came round and he looked at it and said, yeah, it's fine, nothing wrong with that. I said, well, at the time, there's a 25mm gap there. He said, well, just fill it up with render. I can't fill that with one slam of the door, it'll all be out.
Yeah, it's crack. It's got to crack, hasn't
it? It'd be a nightmare.
That kind of thickness. Yeah.
And then he said something about on the inside where the hinges are. He said, he said if we don't have a gap down this side, the hinges are too close to the plaster and they'll rub. Well, they're not. You know, we put that in and pushed it tight against that. Well, they're not at all. There's loads of them there.
Yeah.
So that was a load of rubbish. And then he said about the colour, he said just go and buy a pot of paint and paint it.
Yeah. Nice.
Place clean?
Yeah, thinking of Kevin's grouting, aren't you?
I know. He'll get mad if I make a mess of it.
tighten it off so it's good with the keeper. Transfer that to the door lining. Reverse this round the keeper so your line matches up with the front of the keeper. So when you come to shut the door, I've only got this one door to do. So normally if I've got a number of doors, I'll set up a jig.
Yeah.
Or I've got the that mortise jig. What's it? I forgot what it was called now. Robin used it on one of his.
Oh, I know the one. Yeah.
I've forgotten the name of it now.
I know the one.
But yeah, normally I'll get that set up if I've got like a run of doors to do. But by the time you set it up all for one door, it's almost just worth doing it by hand, really. That just helps me get my depth, finish the route a bit flush with your base, and then I just adjust the depth stop to the
Thickness of the plate.
thickness of the plate. Smidgen more. Take your time with the door linings.
And then you haven't got to shoot
And then you
anything in.
haven't got to plane your door, like square the head up. It's such a fight. Get the door lining right.
What do they call it? Upside.
Upside cut, that's it. It's not upkeeping. So this was if you remember, the 2-minute tip from the tall carpenter. Do you remember when I made that jig? And then I used my laser line for the whole lining.
And that's it, without any adjustment, no planing down.
Didn't have to adjust the door.
Yeah.
Didn't have to adjust anything to the lining afterward. It was just straight in. So it's almost like 2.5mm gap all the way around.
I'll tell you what, mate, those skirting blocks are growing on me now. They look nice now, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
When they were first there, I thought, oh, I don't know about those, but actually a bit of class, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is next week's job, James.
Yeah. No. Week after.
Oh, okay.
Got to wait for Kevin to come and grout up.
Oh, of course, yeah.
He's very precious about his grout, and he won't let anyone else do it. So.
No, fair enough. He was going to come in on Saturday. That didn't happen, did it?
He's away this weekend. That's
is he?
So last weekend he couldn't do it. For one reason or another. This weekend he's away, so it's following weekend. But this is guest bathroom, so it's not being used. It's not that important right now. It'd just be nice to finish and get out of here. But, keeping us waiting.
Yeah. So that last knock into then the plumbing, obviously. But
yeah.
You just wanted to tell me about this door, didn't you?
Yeah. I mean, see, people may look at it and think that's quite a big gap under there. It doesn't look that bad actually to me, but it's actually 15mm. And it's that much for a reason, because in this bathroom we've got an extractor fan. So if all the windows are shut and you've got no trickle vent, or we're airtight, the extractor fan is not going to do anything at all, because if that door's shut, there's nothing to pull through and keep moving.
It's not powerful enough to pull against the vacuum, so
exactly.
So it needs a flow of air to go through.
So the flow of air is that 15mm gap, minimum 15mm gap underneath the door, and you can actually hear it if you've got a bathroom with a door that doesn't have that much gap underneath it. You turn the fan on, you shut the door, you can hear the difference in the fan instantly.
Yeah. So when you open the door, you should hear the fan kind of have a gasp, basically, because it's pulling against vacuum, and then as you open the door or a window, you'll hear it go, so it's kind of sighing, isn't it?
Yeah.
As it's getting a bit of air, just like we all would, basically. So good point for everyone. If you've got a bathroom that's full of condensation, you've got an extractor fan in there, and you're finding it's not working for you.
That could well be the problem.
Yeah.
Just not enough airflow.
So just take a bit off the bottom of the door, but the way you can test it is to open the door, see if it makes a difference. Yeah. And if it does,
you will hear
either that or open a window when you have a shower.
Yeah, that's probably the moment. Obviously, not everyone's got the luxury of a window in their bathroom. It doesn't always happen. But
so while we're here, this is all new build.
Yeah.
So this complies with the building regulations. So just tell us why they don't need trickle vents in the windows here.
They don't need them on these ones because these windows can be locked in an open position.
Right.
Like that. So that is
that's deemed, but that's bigger than a trickle vent.
Yeah, it's a lot bigger,
isn't it? Yeah.
I think you might be able to go one more than that. The next one is shut. That's it.
Yeah. So you can do that on every window.
Yeah.
Basically, every openable window, you can do that.
Yeah.
So that means that you don't need to put trickle vents.
You don't need those trickle vents at the top. Yeah. Which, to be honest, they stay shut 99% of the time anyway. Nobody ever opens them. Or people unscrew them and then put a bit of cardboard over it and screw the vent back on. I see that all the time.
Do you really?
Yeah, I've seen it. Taking old windows out, you find it all the time. People put a bit of cardboard in there.
Yeah.
And if they don't, you often find a great big black mark where the air's blown dust through. Black marks above the trickle vents.
Yeah, the traffic pollution or whatever.
Yeah,
the filthy air we breathe.
Yeah, I mean, really, we should just all open our windows a bit more.
Yeah.
It'd help the house to breathe a bit. We're at the stage now where pretty much we're finished in there, and they want to start using it as a bit of an office space or something, just to get out of the main house.
Yeah.
But the whole time, this door, we took it out expecting this other one to turn up. So it's just been sitting at the side, and this has been open for everything to get in and out of, and all the spiders and everything going into the airtight building, which just wasn't airtight because there was no front door. So we're still waiting for a front door. So we put this back in this morning so they can start using it. We've got the heating going on in there now. We want to get the fabric of the building warmed up, you know. So we've just put it back in temporarily. But we will see in a few weeks if and when this door arrives, if it's the right colour and if it fits better.
Yeah, let's hope. Fingers crossed on that. So what about the rendering? When's that going to happen? You're waiting for that door to go on, or are you going to try and get it?
Well, we've got 2 dormers to build first.
Oh, okay.
Because they're not going to be tile hung, they're going to be rendered as well with the house. So we're making a break in the fascias and gutters and going straight up the main front wall all the way through to the dormers. So as soon as they're built, hopefully by then this will be in. Then I want to try and I'm going to be pushing them renderers like no one's business. I'm going to be hounding them.
That is a warning to you. If you're watching this video, guys, you're going to get a phone call.
Well, I know one of them is his other half's just had a baby.
Ah, right. So he needs to get out of the house then, doesn't he?
Oh yeah. He'll definitely want to come to work.
The scaffolders in.
Yep, scaffolding. So now, obviously, this part of the scaffolding we've just had adjusted, and the additional part on the front, which means we can now get on with the dormers. So probably next week we're going to start taking the roof apart a little bit.
The engineer's giving you the drawings.
Yeah, we've got the drawings, we've got everything in place. Building control have got all their part of it that they need. He came out the other day, he's happy. We just got to get on with it.
Well, I hope I can be here actually. I mean, we've been away filming in an island.
Yeah.
Dylan's had COVID, so everything's been a bit slow.
Yeah.
But hopefully we can all get running.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah, good. Excellent. Have a nice weekend then.
And you, mate. See you later.